Hi guys, my name is Leia, and I'm going to try and explain to you why it's okay to be feeling the way you are right now. Okay, this video is kind of just aimed at, like people that are depressed or anxious, especially in the teen age spectrum, okay? First of all, I would like to start out with the scientific reason of why you feel the way you do, and it's actually a physical problem, not a total mental one. So, to start off, you have different chemicals inside of your brain that, when triggered by certain things, make you feel happy or sad or angry, stuff like that. As a teenager with raging hormones, you are going to be experiencing a lot of emotions that are completely fake. What you feel right now, if you're angry and you just feel like your emotions are out of control, it's because they are. You don't really have control over what your emotions are doing to you right now. And that may feel really hopeless, but you know what? When you turn 21, or, some age near that time, your brain will start to level out, and your hormones will get balanced, and your depression and your anxiety will probably be less of a problem. Now, if it continues to be a problem, that means that you have an imbalance inside of your brain, and that means that it's okay to get help. It's not a mental issue, it's a physical issue, and it can be stopped. Okay, now the next thing I want to talk about is some things you can do when you feel that way, depressed or, just angry at life. Things you can do that will make it easier for you to make it to adulthood. Okay, so let's start with goals, okay? I would recommend setting a 1-year goal, a 5-year goal, and a 50-year goal. Basically what that means is you say, I want to be doing this in 1 year, whether that's traveling the world, or if you want to see every sunset within a year. And you know what? That's a really good one, a sunset or sunrise one, where you try to see as many of them as you can. And, like, if you enjoy photography, you can take a picture of every sunset you see. If you enjoy writing, you can describe every sunset you see. If you like painting, you can paint it. If you prefer to be social, you can watch it with a friend or a family member. There are so many things you can do that will make your time not be miserable or wasted or just feel wrong. Another thing you can try is a 5-year goal, which is saying in 5 years I want to be doing this. So if you love horses, do as much research as you can about horses, and then try and get in touch with someone who knows what to do with horses, and you can try your best to, just figure out what you can do with horses in 5 years. 50-year goal. Okay, this one's really long term, so it's okay if you're kind of like, I don't know what to do with this one. Okay, so relationships. In 50 years, you could be married. You could have kids. You could totally be rocking the job you have. So if you work really hard in school right now, if you have any subject that you love working on, study that subject with your whole heart. Find a passion and study that, and just focus on that when you feel down. Okay, now one more thing that I'm going to add as kind of a bonus is that it is probably a good idea to get in touch with your spiritual side. So, like, for example, a lot of people are like, oh, God doesn't exist, or, God does exist and you should serve this God. And I don't recommend being, like, all controlling and stuff like that, but if you can find your spiritual side and just, search for God, if there's a God out there, try and find him. It will give you a temporary distraction, or possibly, a permanent one, depending on what you find. And, getting in touch with your spiritual side will really help your physical side calm down. And, there are so many ways that you can change what you're doing right now. One other thing you need to realize, teens, is that even though it may seem like you're not in control and you are a victim, you are never a victim. There is always a choice. You can choose to let your emotions drown you out, And I am not saying that emotions are not real. They are very real. But you can choose to fight them. You can choose to say, I'm not going to let this control my life. And you know what? You can win.